Do you ever wonder what the most successful people in the world do every day? What's up, guys? It's Jeff. Today I want to talk about daily routines that will change your life. They will not only make you wealthier and more successful, but also happier and healthier. So I'll share with you exactly what I do and why it's been life-changing for me. Today's video has nothing to do with stocks or investing or personal finance, but I really think that what's in this video is some of the easiest and most valuable advice and life hacks that I've come across. So I'm really excited to share this with you guys. So let's get right into it. Life hack number 1, morning routine. So having a morning routine is so important because the first 30 minutes of your day generally will determine how the rest of your day goes. So if it goes well, chances are the rest of your day should go well. Now, if you're not a morning person like me, then the benefit here is that it also allows you to ease into your day with no stress while you're on autopilot. So here's what I do. I set up wake up time, and I wake up at the same time every day, whether it's during the week or on the weekends. This is key because your body gets into a rhythm, and if you do this long enough, you'll just naturally wake up at that time without needing an alarm clock. Then the next thing I do as soon as I wake up, I do 25 push-ups, 25 squats, 25 sit-ups, and 25 pull-ups. Now, I suggest that you start wherever you're comfortable. The key is really to start doing this every day with a number that's so small that it would be insane for you to not do it. So for instance, I started just doing 10 push-ups, and then I gradually added in more push-ups and different exercises, and now I'm at a point where I'm comfortably doing, the 25 push-ups and 25 squats, and it's a great way to start the day. Then the next thing I do is a deep breathing exercise. This is super easy. Basically, inhale as slowly and as long as you can, hold it for a bit, and then exhale. So do that as long as you can and do it 10 times. Now, I inhale for about 5 seconds and I exhale for about 5 seconds. It completely de-stresses me and it re-energizes me. You'd be amazed at how this simple little thing can have such a huge impact on your day. I then shower, brush my teeth, and get dressed. Now, here's the really important part. You need to have a uniform. So at least, during the week when you're going to work, make sure that you have a uniform that you wear and that it's ready the night before. So there's no fumbling around or trying to make a decision in the morning. So what I do is very simple. I've got blue or white button-up shirt, and I pair that with a pair of navy blue pants. So sometimes it's pants from my suits, and sometimes it's just jeans. And then I've got a black leather belt, black leather shoes, and that's it. I know I'm wearing that every single day during the week, so it takes out all the guesswork, and I'm on autopilot. Okay, life hack number 2, having a lunch routine. Now, what you do here is you just have your meals planned out in advance for the entire week. Now, this applies whether you bring your lunch to work or you go out to buy it. Now, each day of the week has its own meal plan listed out. So what I do is from Monday to Thursday, I just eat a salad with a lean protein. And then on Friday, that's kind of my cheat day where I allow myself to have sushi. And what I do is I eat lunch at the same time every single day. And I do it at 11:30. And I do that for 2 reasons. Number 1, I don't eat breakfast, so I'm hungry by 11:30, so it works out well for me. But number 2, this is the important hack here, is I beat the lunchtime rush. So that saves me 10 to 20 minutes every single day. Now, if you eat breakfast and you're not hungry by 11:30, then just do a late lunch. Maybe do something at 1 or 1:30, and you get the exact same productivity hack. The other thing that's really important here is make sure to take at least 100 steps, ideally after every meal, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But if it's only one meal, then make it lunch. Now, what that does is it increases your metabolism, and it will avoid that energy crash that lots of people tend to get mid-afternoon. This is a huge hack. It's something that the ancient civilizations have known and have been doing for a long time. And it's something that, frankly, people in our society these days just don't do enough of. And it's such a simple thing to do. Okay, life hack number 3, having a gym routine. Now, make it really, really simple so that you stick with it, right? Like I was saying before, you can even start with just doing 10 push-ups when you wake up and then just build on from there. So that's what I've done. And now essentially my gym routine is a pretty simple one, right? I do 45 minutes of cardio and 15 minutes of heavy weights, and then I shower. So I don't need a gym. I basically just have my cardio machine. I like Peloton, so I use that. But you can use any cardio machine you like, or you can just go for a jog. And then what I have is a bench with dumbbells, and I use Bowflex. Bowflex has these great adjustable dumbbells. When I bought them, they were pretty cheap. Now, because of what's going on, they're like over $1,000. It's kind of crazy. But that's my home gym. I just have a cardio machine, a bench, and then these adjustable dumbbells. So they really don't take up much space. And frankly, that gets the job done. You can pretty much do everything. Now, the key here is to have each day planned out so you know exactly which muscle group you're doing on which day. You'll know exactly which exercises you're doing, how many sets, and how many reps of each. So I keep it really simple. I do between 3 and 4 exercises, 3 sets, 6 to 10 reps. And that's pretty much it. The nice thing here, too, is that you don't need to fumble around with anything. You just figure out what your plan is, and then you stick to it. So I know every Monday is chest day. Every Tuesday is arms day. And it makes things really, really easy. And for 99% of the population, this is more than enough. If you want to get into much more advanced things, that's totally fine. But just to get in good shape and to stay in good shape is such a simple thing to do. Don't be intimidated by trying to have this incredible workout that changes every day and that does all kinds of different stuff. You don't need that, and frankly, you're probably not going to stick to it. So the key here is really just keep it simple, right? Okay, life hack number 4, having a dinner routine. Now, again, similar to having a lunch routine, but the dinner routine is even more valuable because you most likely eat most of your dinners at home, whereas for lunch, especially if you work and you're in a metropolitan area, there's a good chance that you'll go out for lunch quite a bit more. So here, what I would suggest that you do is just experiment a bit to find the foods that you and your family love, and then try to optimize that for health and nutrition. So what I do is we have the same menu every week, and here's why that's so valuable. Number 1, we've gotten really good at cooking these dishes, so they taste great. And it's easy for us to make. They're super healthy, and it's easy to make and clean up. And now the best part here is the meals are all planned out for the week, so I can place my grocery order for delivery, and it's the exact same thing every time. So the best part about that is I've created a shopping list, and I have it automatically sent at the days and times that I choose. So for us, we get our order delivered every Sunday night after dinner and every Friday night after dinner. Right? So here's how it works. Sunday night delivery, we get our food that's super fresh for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then Thursday, I usually make shrimp, and that's easy to keep frozen, so that doesn't need to be fresh. And then Friday is our pizza day. Every single Friday, we order pizza for dinner. So then we get our Friday night delivery right after dinner on Fridays. And that gives us fresh food for the entire weekend, for breakfast, lunch, dinner, for both Saturday and Sunday. And then we get our Sunday delivery again. And that's it. And what we've done is we found what works for us. So we order lots of seafood, lean proteins like chicken and turkey, and a ton of fruits and vegetables. And we try to limit the carbs, but we have a specific day every Friday. I have, like I said before, sushi for lunch and then pizza for dinner. And that's kind of my little cheat day. So again, we try to make sure that it's healthy, but make sure that you find the food that you love and do what works for you. And if you want to lose weight, then listen up carefully because this next hack is for you. So life hack number 5, losing weight, you need to do 2 things. Number 1 is either cut out completely or limit drastically your carb intake for 6 days out of every week, and do 1 cheat day that lasts for about 24 hours. So like I said before, my cheat day is Friday. So I have sushi for lunch, then pizza for dinner. But that, do whatever works for you. Do whatever it is, the food that you crave. And now you've got this amazing event every Friday you can look forward to, just pigging out on your favorite foods. Number 2, this is super important. Keep track of your weight every single day. I keep it in an Excel spreadsheet because that's just what I love. But you can just as easily, if you're analog, keep it in a notebook and just write it. So why is this so important? So carbs turn into fat, and they're the overwhelming cause of weight gain. So obviously cutting out carbs will reduce that. But what it also does is it reprograms your body's metabolism and forces your body to start using the fat reserve that it's built up. And keeping track of your weight every day will show you instant results. And that's going to reinforce the good behavior and the good habits that you're learning. And that's going to make sure that you stick to it. If you see results, you're going to stick to something. I promise you. So I learned this about 8 years ago, and I did it as an experiment. And I have to credit Tim Ferriss here because this was in the 4-Hour Body. I just read that book. It's incredible. I recommend it to everybody. Try the things out from what he talks about and figure out what works for you. What I've listed here is what has worked for me. So I did this experiment 8 years ago. The first day that I did it, cutting out carbs, I lost 1 pound. And I kept it up for the whole week. I lost about 5 pounds that first week. So this works. The other thing that I did is I continued it for several months, and I did a blood test before and a blood test after. And my cholesterol, my triglycerides, my blood sugar counts all went down like crazy after doing this for just a few months. So I know that this works for me. But you can just try it out. Do the same thing. Try it out for a few weeks or a few months. If you just want to lose a little bit of weight, see how it goes. Have your doctor track how you're doing. But, for me, it worked so well that I've just incorporated this into my lifestyle. And I'm now healthier than ever. And I've got more energy than I've ever had before. And then some of the other benefits are better skin, better hair. You're in a better mood. You're more productive. And just overall, you're just a happier person. So this is a really, really big one that I recommend. Life hack number 6, having a night routine. Now, just like you have a morning routine, it's super important that you have a night routine. So here's what I do. I try to schedule in at least 1 hour of leisure every night. And my activity that I like to do the most is, watching YouTube and Netflix. And I schedule that early in the evening. And I'll go into a bit more detail why that's important. But then I'll do a shower, brush my teeth, floss, and shave. So that tells my body, okay, you're ready to go to bed, and it's kind of that easing into the nighttime. Then I do 1 hour of reading right before bed. I do this instead of the TV or phone, like I mentioned before. Most people, they're either on their phones or they're watching TV. The problem with that is that the blue light keeps your brain awake and active. It makes it really tough to fall asleep. So doing your 1 hour of reading right before bedtime is the best way to go. It'll completely change your life. You're going to sleep much, much better. And then what I do is I do 5 to 10 minutes of meditation right before going to bed. So I focus on all the things that I'm grateful for, and then I do a breathing meditation where basically I just focus on my breath and let go of everything else. And that de-stresses me, and it also helps me fall asleep. And now the last thing to make sure is you should fall asleep at around the same time every night. Just like you wake up at the same time, you should fall asleep at the same time. Again, this gets your body into a rhythm. It's going to make your life so easy. You'll be able to fall asleep more easily, wake up more easily, and have way more energy. All right, final life hack number 7. This is just a combination of all of the above, right? So basically what I recommend to you is combine all of these hacks, or just pick the ones that you really like, and create a daily planner. So you can basically plan out your entire week in advance. So what I do is each Sunday night, I plan out my week. It doesn't take very long. I spend 2 to 5 minutes. But I have an Excel spreadsheet that I built many years ago. And all I do is I spend a few minutes each Sunday night and I make some small adjustments for the week. And some weeks I don't need to do any adjustments. So before I started planning out my weeks, I pretty much just did everything on a haphazard basis, right? So I was reacting to the world instead of planning out my days and being thoughtful about how I used my time. So I ended up wasting a ton of energy every day trying to optimize my decisions, for everything from, what to eat, what to wear, when to work out, when to be productive, when to have leisure time. So, overall, I just wasted so much time and energy, and frankly, I didn't optimize anything. And since I've started planning out my weeks, I found that I'm way more productive, I'm way happier, and I've also gotten a lot healthier. So the best part is that it's super easy to do. And like I said before, I barely need to update it at all now. It's pretty much on autopilot. So here's what it looks like. So 7 a.m. is my wake-up time every single day. Right after I wake up, like I said before, it's 25 push-ups, 25 squats, 25 sit-ups, and 25 pull-ups. That really only takes a few minutes. Then I got my deep breathing exercises. That's another, minute. Then shower, brush my teeth, and get dressed. So all of that, I know it will take me almost exactly 30 minutes. Then I've got my daily commute. That's also 30 minutes. Then from 8 to 9, I catch up on news and emails with my morning coffee. This is a great way for me to ease into my day. Then 9 to 11:30 is blocked off for all calls and meetings. Now, I found that this works really well for me. And then, like I said before, 11:30 to 12, that's my lunchtime and my quick walk. Then 12 to 2, this is when my brain is the most active. And so this is when I can do some really, really deep work and not have anyone bother me. So any research that I need to do, any kind of projects or analytical work, that is when I do it. And then 2 to 5, those are when I do some more calls and meetings. And then again, from 5 to 6:30, that's my deep work session. Then 6:30 to 7, that's my commute time. 7 to 8 is dinner, time with the kids, and then putting the kids to bed. Then from 8 to 9, this is when I do my workout. So I'll do my 45 minutes of cardio and some 15 minutes of heavy weights. Then 9 to 9:30, that's when I basically get ready for bed. So I brush my teeth, floss, shower, and shave. Then I've got an hour blocked off for reading. So every day, 9:30 to 10:30, I read. Then 10:30 to 11:30, that's when I do the TV. So Netflix, YouTube, whatever else I want to do to really relax. And then between 11:30 and 12, that's when I do my meditation. And by 12, I'm usually asleep. And that's it. That's what my week looks like. So my entire week is completely optimized from what I put into my body to doing my workouts to reading and feeding my brain. This is, for me, what works really well. And so what I recommend that you do is find what works for you. Find when you're at your best to do your research products or your analytical work or whatever it might be. So, what's your favorite life hack? Did I mention one of it, or do you have some other ones? I'd love to hear from you guys, so please leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found it helpful. If you did, please make sure to like the video. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and I really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And as always, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have an awesome day.